Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a little budget review on how January went for me trying to follow the Dave Ramsey Baby Steps. So January was very stressful for me in all areas of my life. It was a lot going on and I was trying to be superwoman, so I was doing like a tinge too much, which played a part in why my budget went in the toilet. So one of the first, I feel like I'm so far, there we go. One of the first issues that I had when it came to my budget was definitely dealing with some car repairs that I needed to have, even though they didn't really fix the issue that I wanted it to fix. Either way, nevertheless, my car is running for the most part. I can't be ungrateful about that. It ain't completely gave out on me yet, so thank God. Peace and blessings. And then trying to deal with the emotional aspect of having a spouse that is either way, currently unemployed. So she does have income coming in, but it was just a matter of when, and I don't like a when. I am a Virgo, so I'm very this, and this, and I don't like things that are left to chance. I guess that's a great way to put that. So that I was kind of stressed about that, and then when you have an unemployed spouse, you don't want to let them know that you're stressed out, because that adds on extra stress for them when they're already trying to get their stuff together. So there's that in a nutshell. The emergency fund situation. So look, what had happened was I found out that I got the promotion that I interviewed for way back in like November, I think. It was around Thanksgiving. And where the hell did I leave off at? Oh, I was talking about, sorry y'all got distracted. I was talking about my emergency fund. That pretty much went to crap. I didn't put anything in my emergency fund except for maybe like $75, and I wanted to have like $400 or $500 by the end of the month. And what that taught me was that I give myself big goals without thinking of the little steps that'll take me to get there, not thinking of the bigger picture while I'm doing that. So even in February, I set myself a big goal. But now I'm learning that maybe that's something that I shouldn't have done, and I should just try to save more organically. Any money that's left over, and just put it in the savings. Anytime that I feel like I'm spending money on something unnecessary, put that same amount of money towards my savings for my emergency fund. So that way I'm not, emotionally, I'm not feeling like I'm missing out on anything. Also, I did not realize that budgeting was going to have such an emotional effect on me. I didn't realize that feeling like I'm not spending money almost feels like I don't have any money. That I'm like completely in poverty, no pot to piss in. And so that's something that I had to deal with within myself on budgeting, and how I can not only save money but just get debt free, not to let it all weigh on me. So I'm learning through that process right now, because I didn't realize that being on such a budget, it wasn't even a real strict budget, but just budgeting period, I didn't realize that it was going to cause me that much stress and emotional anxiety. So that's something that I have to dive deeper into and focus on when I feel those feelings, making sure that I give myself grace and the opportunity to be like, okay, Cindy, you work hard, you've earned it, you deserve this, within reason. Because what I did do once I found out I got that promotion, I was like, oh, Cindy, you deserve it. You're going to spend some extra money this month. Instead of putting that money towards the savings, we're going to spend that money on you because you deserve it, because you worked hard for that promotion and you got it. And I did. I spent not a whole bunch, but I spent a lot more money than I hardly ever spend on myself. during that time when looking back on it, the things that I spent that money on, yes, I needed them. Did I need them to that extent? No. Did I need to spend that much money on them? No. I could have put that money in the savings and I could have had a couple $100 more in my savings right now towards my emergency fund than if I would have just spent that money. So that's something that I'm learning. Everything comes with a learning curve. And I learned that if I have an excuse to spend money, I will spend money. I thought, initially starting this process, I thought I was definitely a saver, but I'm not a saver. I'm realizing now that I am most certainly a spender. I will spend the money. If I do not tell that money exactly where to go, if I do not do my cash envelope that very next morning that I get, not very next morning, the morning that I get paid, I'm not going to put it in the cash envelopes. I'm going to say I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the cash out, but I'm never going to put it where it belongs, which was something that I did do. So I have to be on my own back and remind myself that you're doing this so that you can create a better future. And even though this may satisfy you right now, you need to focus on your future. Is this what you want for your future? Do you want to continue to live paycheck to paycheck when you don't have to? When you make enough money even before the promotion where you could live comfortably if you just paid attention to how you were spending your money. So that's, pop myself for that one. But with the promotion, it does provide me a lot more financial security. And I'm not even making a whole lot more than what I was making before. But being on salary is different from hourly, as in, I know what I'm going to get paid every 2 weeks. It's not it'll be around this amount. A rough estimate is this. I know exactly what I'm getting paid. I know when that check going to hit, and I know how much each one of my bills are. So I know how much money I will have left over at the end of that paycheck. The difference with me working hourly is, even though I could guesstimate and I can average how much I was getting paid per paycheck, it would still fluctuate a bit because it depends on how much time of overtime did I work. There's a lot of days that work is slow for us right now because I work in the supply chain industry. So there are days that we get sent home early. So that's cutting into my check. So I'm really thankful for this promotion and that it's going to provide me financial security. So then that way when I do my paycheck to paycheck budgets, I am more aware. I'll be able to pull the numbers off the top of my head. Like, okay, this is going to be this. This is going to be that. That's going to be that. Okay, so our paycheck is this much. This is how much money we have allotted to go to that. This is how much money we'll left have for spending money. And that's another problem that I was having. I was giving myself way too much spending money and sacrificing on other things that weren't necessities but are truly necessities. So like, for instance, let me tell myself, one week I was like, well, we got food in the freezer. I don't really need to go grocery shopping. I'm going to just pick up a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I'm going to spend that money on me. So I did that. We had groceries to last that first week. But that second week, I was definitely getting creative because we were getting on the bare minimums. And that's another thing I have to be comfortable with. I have to be comfortable with my freezer looking empty. All my childhood, my mom never even though I know we were struggling, our freezer never looked empty. And that's something that I have to get used to now. The freezer needs to look empty because I need to use all the food in the refrigerator. Which also, one improvement that I did make this month is me and McDonald's love affair. We used to see each other at least 3-4 times a week for that large fry. Fresh, no salt. Now we only going on dates twice a week. I only see McDonald's twice a week. And for me, that is a vast improvement. Vast improvement. I'm very proud of myself. Pat myself on the back. You did that. Go ahead, girl. So, with everything that happened in January, you guys been watching my videos, you know I start my first official day as a salaried member of leadership on the 10th, but my work week doesn't start till that Wednesday. So my first salary check isn't going to come until the end of February, which I'm going to use as my first March paycheck. And I plan to do a video on that and show you guys how I break that down to give you guys a more in-depth look at what's going on with my budget. I know I show you guys my monthly budget planner layout, but I don't go into how I actually budget paycheck by paycheck. So that's something that I definitely want to show you guys. I'm going to show you real numbers because, let me do a little mini rant before my battery dies. I don't understand how people can show you a budget and it's not real numbers. Like, that is so deceitful to me. Why not just show them real numbers, show them how they can really make it? While you trying to make sure, you cannot be honest and have integrity with your audience if you don't show them real numbers and show them what you're really going through. So that's what I plan to do in a nutshell. I plan to show you guys how I paycheck by paycheck with my salary paycheck, and also if you guys are interested, I'll show you how I paycheck by paycheck, how I used to paycheck by paycheck on my hourly. I now, looking back on it, I see some areas where I could have improved with that if I would have been more determined. That's the word. I was going to say independent. None of that was right. If I would have been more determined with it, I probably could have, not probably, I would have excelled in it. But I was half-assing it, and I was still getting used to the fact that, Sydney, you're really going to do this. You're really going to do this. So now that I have my mindset on what I'm going to do, and I'm more focused, I've given up the excuses. And another trick that I'm going to do, well, not really a trick, but another thing that I'm going to do that worked for me in the past when I really wanted to save money, I'm going to start leaving all my cards, all my cash envelopes, all of that at home. If I'm not going to the grocery store, there's no need for me to have the grocery envelope. If I'm not going to get gas that day, there's no use to me having that cash envelope for gas. I'm going to start just carrying strictly my spending money, my ID, and that's it. All the debit cards are going to stay at home because that forces me to save, because when you only have that $30 for spending money for that week, that's it, boo-boo. Once that $30 is gone, it's gone. And that's like 5 or 6 large fries, you know what I'm saying? Because you know you're going to get a sweet tea with it. So you know you got to save a little to gain a little bit more in the long run. So as far as my strict goal of trying to have my emergency fund completed by March, I'm going back on that, and I just want to have that. Honestly, I just want to have it done by the summertime. And I'm going to do that and focus on that. What I'm going to start doing, especially because there's like 3,000 people in my family. When those birthdays come up, I'm going to make something for them and create something for them instead of going out and buying something for them. First off, that's going to put more love into it. And I'm not good at buying gifts for people. I'm just going to be honest. I'd rather give somebody a gift card and be on my way. But that's it. Like, my budget reflections for January was just a lot of self-learning. Like, I realized that everything that I was trying to blame my budget on December wasn't because of December, it was because of me. Like, those were my decisions to do those things. So now it's owning up to those decisions, living with them, and moving onward, bank account moving upward, and being a better person, and just learning more about how my finances tie into my emotionals. Emotionals, really? How my finances tie into my emotional health, and being able to deal with that while also being on a budget. And the person who made me, I know I'm like ranting now, sorry y'all, but the person who made me really truly realize that there is a deep emotional connection with your finances and how you spend money was not Dave Ramsey. It was actually Stacey Flowers. She has a channel on YouTube, and I have been watching her for like, I want to say almost 2 years now. And she does a lot of diving into the emotional health that comes along with trying to become debt free. So, you know, if you want to get a little bit more info on that, you could definitely watch her channel. I love her because she's raw. She's honest. She do be ghosting for a while on YouTube, but she's honest. And she went on a very strict budget when she started the Dave Ramsey plan. I can't do it like she did. I just, power to your girl, but I can't do that. I like food way too much. She was only spending $50 on groceries. for a month. Like, how you do that, child? I can't do that. Oh, no, baby. I like to eat. I ain't get this fluffy for no reason. But anyway, thank you all for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions about budgeting, I'm not no financial guru, clearly, because look at my state of finances. But we can look it up and learn together. Share. If you guys have tips and tricks on how to save and share money and meal planning recipes, because I am very much so struggling with that, please put it down in the comments below. Hit me up on Messenger or something. However you can contact me and get my attention, please do so, because I need help. I need help with that. I'll take any and all tricks and tips. But thank you guys for watching. Bye.